Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another Sims info and thoughts video. So this one is actually going to be more speculation about whether or not we could get a Generations expansion pack for The Sims 4. Because now this whole argument about whether Parenthood replaces Generations has been put to bed, so let's get right into it. So this actually starts off with a meme from George Sims, when you order online versus when it arrives. Generations versus Parenthood, yeah, definitely a bit XD worthy. And then he follows up by saying, I love Parenthood when it came out, but I do now realize that it's a BTEC Generations. And Simguru Ninja replied to this saying, two totally different packs and totally different sizes. One is an expansion pack, the other is a game pack. Parenthood is not meant to be Generations. It's meant to make kids and the teens age more meaningful leading into adulthood. Don't mind me nerding out. It's my favorite game pack. Then Isaac replies saying, so there's still a chance that we'll get a proper Generations pack for The Sims 4. I love to hear it. And Simguru Ninja replies saying, rule nothing out. It could be fun, right? And then later he followed up by saying, oh goodness, the folks trying to read too much into this. Not saying we are making this, just saying we haven't made it in The Sims 4. Parenthood isn't Generations! There you go. This is something that I've been thinking for a while now, but yeah, it's good to have the official word from a sim guru himself saying, yeah, Parenthood is not a replacement for Generations, even though we can't comment on what packs are coming next. Yeah, don't rule it out. There is still a chance, however small or big it may be, that we are going to get a Generations pack for The Sims 4, whether it's like a game pack or an expansion pack or stuff pack, whatever. But yeah, I'm really glad that this is the case, and I've been hoping, because I'm thinking we are going to be getting another expansion pack this fall, because that's normally what happens. Really, the only reason I could think of that it would not happen is because of the pandemic, but otherwise, it's been a pretty consistent thing. We do get an expansion pack in November, whether we get one or two a year. So I think we might still get it, because it still feels like, to me, other than the bugs, it feels like the game has gotten buggier since the pandemic, but other than that, like, the packs, I think, have been coming out at the same pace that they would have. So I think we are going to be getting that expansion pack in November, once again in 2020. Also, Parenthood is not the only family-related pack that we've had, because we do have kids' room stuff and toddlers stuff, which adds more to the other age groups and kind of falls into Generations a little bit. So I think there is a good chance that we'll get a pack for Generations eventually that will be a full-on expansion pack, because that's how it is with The Sims 4. They're not trying to cram everything into one or two packs. They're splitting things up, so I think they will do it. So there's so much money that could be made off of us with a family-oriented expansion pack. Like Generations, it has to be one of the most beloved expansion packs, not just for The Sims 3, but for the entire Sims franchise. And I think it could really do a lot to help fill in the gaps, kind of like Generations did, though I feel like with some of Generations, it should have been in the base game, and, well, if they do that for The Sims 4, then I'm sure I'll feel the same kind of way. But still, like, we need more family gameplay in The Sims 4. They've done some, but there's definitely so much more that they can do. Like, families play isn't just having the whole transition into adulthood, and also a couple of activities for children and a couple more for toddlers. Also, it'd be a perfect excuse to bring back bunk beds. Yeah, we really need bunk beds. They would save so much space, have so much more room for activities, and yeah, they actually did originally come with Generations in The Sims 3. There's a couple more, at least a couple more that can be downloaded from The Sims 3 store. But, yep, we got bunk beds with Generations first, so I would not be surprised if they did that again with The Sims 4. One thing that I think improves the chances of us getting a Generations expansion pack is that all of the predictable themes have basically been done already that were already done in the previous games, such as pets and university and seasons and a city environment pack and that sort of stuff. So it does leave more possibilities open for something like Generations to be done as an expansion pack, because even if they were to keep The Sims 4 going for many years to come, I just feel like they'd have to really reach and scrape the bottom of the barrel to really try and get some ideas out there that would really warrant a $40 expansion pack. Sure, it could be a little bit easier to come up with more game packs at this point, but yeah, for full-on expansion packs, especially if they manage to continue doing 2 every year, not end up going back to 1 again, then yeah, I don't think there's really a whole lot they can do, because yeah, there's farming. That's the other thing that could rival my excitement for a Generations expansion, and I think farming would be best done as an expansion pack, because then you could fit more animals into that pack, because if it was only a game pack, then it would probably just have cows and chickens and that's it. So yeah, that definitely deserves an expansion pack in my opinion. And maybe they could do a time travel expansion again, but I'd rather see that actually shrunk down into a game pack, and they could do an Into the Past instead of Into the Future, just so it's not repeating too much of what The Sims 3 already did, but still having a similar sort of theme. And, well, I can't really think of much else that would go into the broader focus of an expansion pack that would really make sense. There's other stuff like maybe amusement parks, but I think that would make more sense as a game pack. Sure, they did throw us a massive curveball recently with Eco Lifestyle, just that whole eco-friendly theme I always envisioned as a game pack if we were to ever get it, period. But I don't think there's really that many things they could really do. I don't think they would do that so many times. The other expansion pack that I can think of in the 6 years that this game is being out, next month anyways, is Get Together. So yeah, in the span of 6 years, those are basically the 2 curveball expansions in my opinion. So if we do get another one of those, I think it would just be one more, and I don't think it will be the next one. I think it could be at least a year away. I think The Sims 5 could be announced at EA Play either next year or the year after, so I hope that Generations won't be the final expansion pack for The Sims 4. I think that'd be a bit of a bummer. I would rather see something a bit more out there for last, just like Into the Future was. But the big takeaway from this video is that Parenthood does not replace Generations. There's still a chance we can get Generations for The Sims 4, though it'll probably be called something else. But I think we could get it, maybe even mixed in with Hobbies. I think that could be an interesting way to do it if they did not make Hobbies and Family Gameplay a separate pack. I mean, we got that a tiny bit with Nifty Knitting, but yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And that wraps up another Sims Info and Thoughts video, so feel free to let me know your thoughts on this topic in the comments section below, and be sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with my latest content from The Sims, Paralive, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!